Hi everyone, it's Tess from teachwithtess.com and I'm here today to talk to you about how to make money when you're teaching online. So don't forget, if you find the video helpful, to like it and please subscribe to my channel so you get notified for all the weekly content that comes up every week on a Monday. Now, as you know, my channel is all about Wales English, teaching ESL online and working from home. And I thought I would touch on this subject today because it's a very brief video, but it might help those who are wondering whether or not it's a good idea to jump into to make those first steps. And I'm going to share with you how I make money from Wales English, or by working for Wales English. Probably sounds a bit better, doesn't it? You can see the video that I made all about my earnings and it's really broken down. This video isn't about that. It's more about how you can actually earn money from working in a company. Now, I want to help you make as much money as possible. I've been teaching with Wales for 15 months now, and in my first year with them, I made nearly $35,000. So I'm going to tell you and talk you through how I did that, and hopefully it will help you to do the same. Now, first of all, I'm going to talk about my teaching income and the bonuses that you can make. Then I'm going to talk about secondary positions, and then I'm going to talk about referring. So these are the three things that I'm doing at Wales English, actually, that help increase the income that you can make. So of course, if you're interested in working for Wales English, don't forget to head over to my website, teachwithtess.com, where you're going to find loads of information about Wales English, and it will help you decide whether or not it's the right company for you. So let's start with teaching income and bonuses. Now, when you're offered a contract with Wales English, they can give you different amounts according to your experience, your interview, and the grades that you teach. Now, everyone is paid $18 for trials classes, whether they've been with Wales for years or they've been with them for a day. Makes no difference. It's the regular classes that can alter and fluctuate from teacher to teacher. So when you have your contract, when you receive your contract, if you feel that you could potentially ask for more, you can try and negotiate it. I know people who have done it, but you have to have a really good reason and justification as to why you think you're worth those extra dollars. But at the end of your first year, if you hit the criteria, you can renegotiate anyway. I got a pay rise. I got more than I asked for, actually, which was rather nice. So, you know, there is definitely ways of increasing your income. But to start with, as I said, it depends on the grade, your experience, and your interview. If you're teaching lower levels, i.e. ESC, pre-K, etc., they tend to be paid less than those such as G4, G3, G2, simply because the higher levels require more work. There's more homework to mark potentially, and certainly the G4 type levels, there's quite a bit of prep involved. So that's why you're paid more. So trials are paid $18, but the nice thing about trials is that there are conversion bonuses. Oh, I can't speak. So, for instance, if you're teaching 2 kids in a trial and one of them signs up to become a regular student with Wales, not necessarily with you, but with Wales, you get $5. So that's how you can make some nice extra money from the conversions. Now, the other bonuses that you can have between 7 and 9 p.m. Beijing time, at the weekends, you get an extra $5 as well, because they're peak times, and that's simple. So if I ever teach at the weekend, now I only teach at those times because I know I'm going to make an extra $5 on the trials that I'm teaching. Lastly, if you teach a fixed amount or a set amount of classes in a month, and you meet certain criteria, you get what they call the full attendance bonus. Now that is fixed on a monthly basis because it depends on the number of days in the month. But if you hit that, it starts at $150 and it moves up. So these are all the different ways of making money from just teaching. To give you an idea of what I earned from December 2019 to December 2020, just from my teaching income, without the bonuses, I earned $20,261 just teaching. With the bonuses, I earned an additional $560 for peak time teaching, so that's the weekend, and let me check, $235 for the conversions and $1,700 for the full attendance bonus. So the total from my teaching income without anything else was $22,756. So that's not too bad, considering, I was teaching 4 hours a day, 3 hours a day, plus weekends. So depending on your time zone, you can add another job to this. And if you're over in the States and you're working early in the morning, you can do other work during the day. So, there's way of, this is nice as a part-time gig. In the UK, it's less part-time because you're teaching during the day. So that's why I really make Wales work for me. Now, the second thing you can do is secondary income. Now, this is quite interesting. When you start, every teacher's different and your objectives and what you want and need is going to be different. Everyone is different. But I'm the sort of person who loves to be involved in everything. I'm a bit nosy and I love to learn and I love to help others. So I reached out to Wales fairly early on in my career with them and said, would I be able to help you with any marketing or videos or this sort of stuff, because I have that in my background. And it happened to be right at the right time, and they said yes. So I started doing a few videos for them. Didn't do that many because of my own YouTube channel, but I did several. And then I did coaching as well for teachers who struggled with a certain level. And then I also was asked to do referral webinars, so I started doing them. And I've just recently started doing training as well. So these are all additional to teaching, and they're all paid. Some more than others, but they are all paid. So let's have a look and see what else that can bring to my income. The best one probably to look at is my webinars. The webinars and videos, that made an additional $750 in the year. I only started doing the referral webinars in October, so that is over a short amount of time, but it's a bit of extra and it's good, and it's just good fun as well doing secondary work, because you get to know people, you get to know the company better. I know more people at Wales English who actually work over in China, and it's just interesting. So go and have a look at secondary positions. You never know, your company may well have them, and if you don't ask, you don't get. The last thing I'm going to talk about is my referring income, because this is another way of making money. Now, I am very open about it. I love referring, I love helping people get work, and I love making sure that they have the best possible chance of succeeding, and I enjoy the income, of course I do, but it's a lot of work, and that is a whole separate video that I will make at some point, but it is quite time consuming, so it's only right that you're remunerated for the time you give. But it has been not lifesaver, it's been a game changer for me. I started referring probably in June 2020, and I started doing it quite seriously, and with my website teachwithtess.com and my YouTube channel, I found that people were finding me, as well as all the promotion that I did within relevant Facebook groups. So I've had quite a successful referring period, and just to give you an idea, between June and December of 2020, I made $10,625 from referring alone in 6 months. So it's quite a significant amount of money, and in certain months it literally doubled my income. So it makes a massive difference, but it is something that I'm going to talk more about, because referring is a lot more than just a referral link. And I would never want anyone to start referring just simply because somebody clicks on their link and they get a bit of cash, because it really isn't that. To be a good referrer, there's an awful lot more involved. But as I said, that's another video. So I just wanted to say it's short video, but there are things you can do to make money online. My income, as I said, for 2020 was almost 35,000, and I'm expecting it to be around 45,000 for the following year. And now I'm going to be doing more YouTube as well. So there's lots of things. Passive income, teaching is a wonderful thing. You can do so much from teaching. You can set up Etsy shops, you can do coaching. There's so many things that you can do. Teaching is not necessarily just teaching. Teaching online is a gateway to opportunity. And on that note, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to let you fly. I'm going to walk the dog and get out in this freezing cold weather here in the UK. Anyway, see you next time. Take care. Bye.